Welcome to Badminton Racket Review and this final test session of 2018 and racket number 600. Come on, 600. Whew. It's a lot of rackets. We have with us today the FZ Forza Precision 10,000M. Now let's go through the specs of this racket. Firstly, we do not have anything that I can see written on here. Quickly. Someone's going to write in saying, oh, it's on the shaft, it's on the head. Nope, don't see it. So the string tension, it's not written on here, but from what we understand from the internet, it's a 30 pounds maximum string tension. The flex of the shaft, the shaft flexibility is mid stiff. The E-zone testing for that is medium flex too, so medium flex racket. Power 10, full power. So F says rating for this is maximum power. Weight 87 plus or minus 2, so the weight of the racket 87 plus or minus 2 grams. The E-zone testing for that shows it at 90.6 grams. So that's with the grip, which is not the original grip, as you can see here. I've said Forza have supplied it with this tape, and that's definitely not how it's sent out of the factory. The string is ours, 0.65mm gauge string, weighing in at 90.6 grams. The balance point 288 to 292, which is very even, a very even balance. Maybe it's a touch towards the head, but generally that's an even balance. And the E-zone balance point testing shows it at 297. So that's very interesting. 297, so slightly towards the head. But if you looked at the video on the FZ Precision 10,000S, the racket specs and our test for the balance point was way off. It was way off, and our tests are done the same for all rackets across the board. All 600 rackets, same piece of equipment, same way, and that was a way off. And we've only seen that kind of difference with nanораys. Actually, some of the nanораys are supposed to be evenly balanced, but actually a lot of them came in quite head heavy. Availability and price on this racket. Availability, there seems to be a lot of racket shops are bringing up this racket. If you do a search result, the prices vary quite a bit. We've seen sort of 105 right through to 140 pounds. So I'm sure you can get a good deal on it. We don't sell this racket at our racket site. However, we do have a nice selection of FZ Forza rackets at our racket site, www.badminton-racket-review.com, or press the link above. Okay, so the design of this is largely uninspiring, and that's may sound unfair, but actually if you start looking inside the head, some really nice detailing. I think the reason I find it uninspiring is because the colours are all quite dull, and as you would have gathered by now, I do like bright designs, bold designs. It's just, to me, it just doesn't excite me very much. But here's some close-up JPEGs, get an idea of the design for yourself. Okay, so it is court testing time. Let's go to the E-zone court tests. Court testing time. So the parameters of all court tests: smash, maneuver and control. All rackets have previously been strung with this Zymax 65.65mm gauge string, and we will be moving now to the the Yonex BG65, it's actually a thicker gauge string at 0.7. However, we've done some like-to-like testing and the results are fairly similar, so we've got no choice. We have to stop using this because they don't make it. We're going to run out of supply, and we're moving to this one. So, but all rackets are strung with the same string, same tension, 25 pounds of tension. We use the same shuttles on all tests, and the player on the smash test uses the same amount of power. The maneuver test, he's in an isolated position, he's got to move up and down as quickly as possible, and that really tests something different to the smash test. And the control test, again, he's the same player with the same abilities. So that gives you all the parameters surrounding the E-zone testing. Let's move on now to the smash test. The E-zone smash test is designed to reveal the racket smashing potential, which measures the shuttle speed in kilometers per hour and also gives us the relative speed of the racket head. It's a great test. Okay, let's do the E-zone maneuver test now. We want to see the maximum speed the racket can achieve from rest. In this test, we measure the head speed of the racket, recording the fastest speed achieved in kilometers per hour. The player is isolated in his movement. He cannot use anything more really than his arm and wrist to move the racket, hence he's on his knees on the test. Okay, let's move on to the E-zone control test. In this test, we placed 4 large buckets in front of the player. The player is always aiming for the green bucket, because it scores the highest points. If the shuttle goes into the grey buckets, it scores less. In the net or out is no points at all. Obviously, we have the same parameters as we do in terms of the strings, the shuttles, and the player's ability. Let's go to court. So that was a control test done, and in that test, the clip you saw there was less than half of the actual overall test that we do. So what is our overall verdict on this racket? Well, it's interesting actually that the FZ Precision, FZ Forza Precision 10M, 10,000M, 10,000S, they scored very similarly in our testing. These rackets, there's nothing wrong with them. They perform pretty well, to be honest with you. Their overall testing results are good. They're definitely not elitist rackets, but they are good. They don't inspire in terms of design, but they also are not like some of the Astrox rackets, which are just crazy hard work to get anything, performance out of those Astrox rackets. I mean, I know that the vast majority of people watching these videos are not, Kevin Sanjaya or Marcus Gideon, or or any of the international players with super duper arms, super duper training, super duper technique, super duper timing, super duper footwork. We're not those people, and those people are trained every single day, and they can use those Astrox rackets to their maximum potential. However, for most club players, county players, league players, a racket like this would actually serve really well. It does a lot of things very well. I would put it above average. I would put it as a good racket. It's worth a try. The price point, the reason you pay over £100 for these rackets is the manufacturing quality. The quality of the manufacturing is really high. I know that FZ Forza have all of their rackets produced in good factories using good materials, and that's probably where the cost comes in. So it's definitely worth a try. I can't put my hand on heart and say it's the best racket that we've tested in this test session. However, it is a good racket. and FZ Forzas in our tests within the E-zone have shown to be some of the best performing rackets that we've had in one area or the other. If you want the full lowdown on this racket, all the specs, you want the full video review of every single aspect on how good it is to do overhead shots, how easy it is to drop with this racket from backhand and forehand side, how good it smashes, how good it defends, then you need to go to the E-zone. I've said this a million times, you guys are all used to hearing this. And before you go, don't forget to press the subscription button, to go to our Facebook page, Instagram page, like, show your support, become an E-zone member. It's a movement that's growing around the world. It's a movement that's going around the world because Badminton Racket Review is the world's #1 badminton racket review site. There is nothing like it in history of badminton, and no one has tested more rackets at the depth that we've tested these rackets to. So definitely worth going to. I'm going to leave you with a clip of the E-zone and how it operates. Good to see you on this video. We've got a lot more to come. Stay tuned. See you on the next video.